Welcome everyone. So today I'm going to be covering Golduck and Psyduck. These guys had extremely underwhelming stats overall. They didn't really excel in anything, and obviously the infamous non-psychic type is Golduck and Psyduck. That is not even a question. That is a given. Like any ROM hack should really change their typing, in my opinion. I mean, if it's just come on, like. It's rough that they weren't psychic. So yeah, water psychic, and yes, that does mean that Gen 1 has 3 water psychic types in Starmie, Golduck, and Slowbro, and then Slowking is technically also there as a separate entity. Starmie, and you can go watch the videos for Starmie and Slowking if you are curious as to how they interact with one another, like these three. The only other water psychics are, hold on, what am I looking at? Sorry, I have to check on my notes. Also, this music is kind of loud. Or is my volume just loud? My volume was just kind of loud, I guess. That's fine. Excuse me also if I'm a little snivelly. Okay. There are 5 water psychic types, yeah. 5 of them, 2 of them are new, obviously, and then we had the 3 original ones with Bruxish, the Slow Twins. I guess technically 6, but Slow Twins are like one entity. And then Starmie. So Starmie is faster and stronger than Golduck, but Golduck is a mixed attacker and has access to Swift Swim and Magic Guard, which, you know, Magic Guard is amazing with like Life Orb and whatnot, and then Swift Swim is obviously an incredible ability for them. So yeah, stat-wise, they are just a lot stronger overall. I figured keeping their mixed attacking stats fits really nicely because of this design. I think Golduck should be able to attack pretty nicely on the physical side as well as special. So yeah, I also they have very good special attack, very good physical attack. I also gave them a good special defense stat, just because of their like vibes and stuff that they give off. And then their HP is a little bit less because HP is based on size now in this hack, so you know you gotta even that out, make it more consistent. And then I have a giant boost to their speed as well, so they have base 101 speed, which is a great tier because that outspeeds base 100 Pokemon. If you go check out the speed tier guide, you can access these Google Sheets from the description below, and you can see that it does outspeed all of these base 100s by 1 point, which is excellent. Speed ties with Honchkrow currently, which is awesome. I mean, it's a really good tier to be in. What am I trying to say here? Yeah, you also have access to Swift Swim. So with Swift Swim sets, you can run like bulky sets almost. Like you can run max Speed F, max special attack, or you can run max in both of your offenses and not invest in your speed because you are one of the fastest Swift Swimmers in the game. One of the fastest like Pokemon in general in weather. So if you have neutral nature and 0 speed investment, you still hit 476 speed. So you don't need any speed investment like at all with Swift Swim sets, which is awesome. And that means you have room to run mixed attacking sets with maximum in both offenses. You can still run mixed without investing in attack or special attack, obviously. And you can also run like max Speed F or max HP. You know, depends on whatever the boss fight that is that you're fighting. In this hack, you also have access to infinite ability capsules and infinite EV trading, so you can easily just swap your EVs around as needed. Same goes for your abilities. You should be swapping between Swift Swim and Magic Guard. So you know, oh, you need Swift Swim because you're running Rain, then run Rain. You need Magic Guard otherwise. You know, it's really as simple as that. Magic Guard is a great ability. I think it fits pretty well. I had to make sure it doesn't overlap with the other water psychics, so I took some pretty. Like, I was very considerate of that. You know, the Slow Twins aren't a big deal because they're like slower and bulkier. But like Starmie and then Bruxish, I had to make sure that those 3 didn't really outclass each other, and I think it turned out pretty good because of these great abilities in Swift Swim. Starmie can't actually do that, but Starmie is a lot stronger and faster. So, and it has great abilities in its own right. I love Starmie to death. Starmie's awesome. So is Golduck. Golduck is cool. So Psyduck has access to Unaware, which is just a very fitting, obvious ability choice for it, and that's great for early game, like totems and stuff. Also good just for opponents that are using like Power Punch and whatnot early game. Obviously, there's not that much setup early game, but you know, like work up. It's just nice to be able to completely ignore and stonewall sweeping Pokemon and boosted Pokemon. It's always nice to have that ability. And then of course Golduck that turns into Magic Guard, and Magic Guard is great with Life Orb, but you get a free 30% boost. You also don't take any passive damage from stuff like Hail, Sand. You don't take any recoil damage. However, he only has access to a few recoil moves. So he has access to Play Rough and Takedown for recoil. I believe that's it. Let me just confirm. Yeah, that's it for recoil. But that's plenty. So Play Rough and Takedown are both 110 base power moves, and they deal 20% recoil, but with Magic Guard, you'll be taking 0% recoil, so you can run Life Orb, Magic Guard. Physical sets are a lot better for that reason, because you have very powerful coverage moves right there that are very drawback free, which is awesome. Of course, you have great coverage on both sides. I gave them tons of new coverage. However, their physical move pool is better than their special move pool, which was intentional. They also learn physical moves earlier than their special moves, purely just because I want to encourage people to really run that mixed Golduck despite the attack stat being lower. Like for example, I give them Power Trip at level 49, and Power Trip gives you +1 attack each time you use it, and it's 3 PP. That's a very, very powerful option with stuff like Meditate or Swords Dance for sweeping. So that's awesome. And then, of course, we also have Stored Power with Nasty Plot or Calm Mind, which is the same thing with Special and Stab. Obviously, that's why it's much later, because it's stronger. You have lots of good utility. Stuff like... Well, I'm just going to cover all the coverage. So ground coverage, you have like Mud Fling, Seismic Fist, and Mud Bomb. Mud Bomb being 110 base power, 90% accuracy, and Mud Fling being 60 base power, 100% accuracy, and both those moves always drop speed. And you have Shadow Ball, Seismic Fist, which is just a reliable 90% accurate. 90 base power, 100% accurate ground stab move. Not ground stab, but ground option. It's an early TM, relatively early compared to like Earthquake and stuff, which they obviously don't get. So that's good for ground coverage. You have dual stab on both sides. You have physical sets have access to Waterfall and Surging Strikes, which is really awesome. Waterfall is water type close combat, and Surging Strikes is weaker than Waterfall, but it doesn't drop your defenses, and it crits, so it bypasses stuff like Intimidate, but the downside is it's 90% accuracy. So I would say Waterfall is better because you're fast, but run whichever one you prefer. Psycho Warp is psychic type close combat, so you have access to that as well. Psycho Break is an interesting move. Psycho Break is it works like Crush Grip does, to where, or Ring Out, to where it will deal 120 base power if they're full HP, and then less. It's a physical move, and it deals less damage the less HP they have left. So 120 base power full HP is great, and it also drops defense by 1, I believe, maybe more. I don't know if I made it 1 or multiple. I forget. Psycho Break. Okay, just -1 defense, which is plenty good. So that's an awesome move for physical sets as well. You have access to Hydro Cannon and Psycho Boost, which are like dual stab special moves that work like Draco Meteor, 150 base power, -2 special attack. Those are awesome. Side Strike and Whirlpool are good because they're just inaccurate strong stab moves. They are 130 base power. Both of them are 130 base power, and then Side Strike is 85% accuracy, and Whirlpool is 80. And those have their own little additional effects, which are useful. You have access to Think Fast when you evolve, which is really cool. Think Fast is a 55 base power +2 priority psychic type move. You also have access to Sucker Punch for physical priority and First Impression. So those are all good physical priority options, as well as Aqua Jet. So you have Aqua Jet, Think Fast, First Impression, and Sucker Punch. And then for special priority, you have Influx and Bubble Shot, which is your dual stab for special coverage. Priority. Which is cool. Those are weaker though. Aqua Jet is stronger, and so is Think Fast and Sucker Punch. So your physical priority is stronger than your special priority, which is fitting, given the fact that I wanted to encourage the mix sets. You have like other good utility, like Clear Smog is nice for totems. Soak is good because Z Soak will give you +2 special attack, and it can be good for totems to like remove their stab or make them weak to your electric or water grass moves. Obviously, you don't have any electric moves, but like your teammates, you do have grass moves though. You do have Grass Knot and Seed Bomb for physical grass coverage, and Energy Ball for special grass coverage, which is awesome. You have Power Gem and Rock Slide for rock coverage. You have again tons of fighting coverage on both sides. You got Aura Sphere, Takedown, Drain Punch, Power Up Punch, all kinds of great stuff there. Close Combat, Focus Blast. Poison coverage, you have physical and special as well. Gunk Shot, Sludge Wave, Sludge Bomb, that kind of thing. Meditate works like Calm Mind and Bulk Up kind of mixed together. So Meditate gives you +1 attack, +1 special defense, which is good for physical sets as well. Barrier Amnesia is nice. Hypnosis is nice. Hypnosis is consistent in the sense that it gives Hypnosis is nice because it gives it's consistent and with the turns that it lasts, so it will always last 2 turns. If you outspeed something, you only get 1 turn of full sleep. But of course that means that they won't wake up until so for example, like if you put something to sleep that you outsped, they'll be asleep guaranteed the next turn, and then they will be asleep then they'll wake up on that next turn. But you can of course click a move before they wake up, so you can kill them before they wake up, or you can, for example, if you click Nasty Plot, you can then kill them with Sword Power before they wake up, if you want to do that. Or you could run like Amnesia or Calm Mind and get that special defense boost before they wake up to take whatever hit they're gonna throw at you. So that's really awesome stuff right there. Yeah, tons of amazing coverage. I mean, bug coverage, you got Lunge and Signal Beam and First Impression and U-Turn. All types of coverage that you would always want. Shadow Ball, Shadow Punch. Really, really awesome mixed attacker right here. And again, in the rain, it's extremely powerful, extremely fast, very bulky, and very strong in the rain. Magic Art sets are useful when you're not running the rain, however. I'm not aware. I already explained why that's good as well. Yeah, I mean, it's very straightforward changes here, honestly. I mean, like, yeah, they have Parting Shot for utility. They have reliable recovery because Aqua Ring is a water type recover, which is nice. Yeah, I don't know. There's really not too much else to cover. I mean, I think I got everything. Tons of great stab. If you want to check out all the little nitty-gritty move changes, because all of these moves are modified in some way, like slight base power tweaks, like different accuracy stuff, a bunch of new moves I haven't even mentioned yet, like Dizzy Punches, for example, is a good physical psychic move, as well as the Psycho Break and Psycho Warp I covered. Psycho Warp being the close combat version or variant. Yeah, really. I mean, I don't think there's too much else to cover. This was a very quick one. This might even be under 10 minutes, honestly. Which is actually, sorry, I said about 12. So yeah, really not too much else to cover. I mean, you got Mud Bomb. I already said that, didn't I? Yeah, I already said that. Yeah, I think I got everything. That was just really fast. And it's not that they're boring. I mean, they're super awesome and cool. It's just very straightforward. I did give them a 535 base stat total purely because I wanted them to be mixed attackers. Damn, I actually don't have any other. Is that accurate? Huh. Yucky. I don't like that. For some reason, that's just irking me that it's 535. It should be 525. Why did I do that? So if you guys aren't familiar, these Kanto Pokemon changes that I randomly record videos for in the middle of Johto, I did those months ago. Like a long time ago. I had to go back and like readjust things and re-record because I never recorded videos for these dudes. But yeah, that's too high. But none of the other stats make sense to be lower unless I make him 81 split F. I mean, I think he's fine. He can be unique. All right, Golduck is unique. Maybe every once in a while I'll have another 535 mid-evo or second stage. Maybe I should do that more often instead of just capping it at 525. Maybe 535 is fine because 550 is a lot of 3 stages hit 550 now. And then of course I also have semi pseudos and full on pseudos and other stuff. So yeah, that's about it honestly for this one. I mean, it's awesome, super strong, super fucking good coverage, super strong stab moves, great abilities, obvious typing choice. I think that's everything. I could cover the nitty gritty of every little move change, but honestly, you can do that for yourself if you check the description. You can go to the move tab on the sheet, and you can literally just search every single move here. I have them all organized into tiers and categories and whatnot. It's awesome. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. I hope this was informative. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked the changes. I know I do. So yeah, I'll be back for more. I'm going to be recording a bunch in a row. So